was 13 years old when President Kennedy issued the challenge to put a person on the moon and bring him back safely in 10 years. I remember as a child how many adults of that era thought that was an unwise commitment because it would cost a lot of money. It was far from certain. In fact, many people believed it was impossible, rash, and foolish. But not 10 years, but 8 years and 2 months later, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin set foot on the moon. The moment Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon in Houston, Texas, at Mission Control, there was a great cheer that went up, like the one we saw at JPL recently when the latest Mars rover landed. And on that day of the moon landing, at Mission Control, when they cheered, the average age of the systems engineers was 26. Now, what that means is that 8 years earlier, when the challenge was issued, their average age was 18. They spent a productive 8 years. These kids, they're college students who I met with earlier, who are part of the UCLA Institute of the Environment and Sustainability, IOES. Are in the position of those kids who heard that challenge, got their educations, made a commitment in their hearts and in their minds to make that commitment come true. Now here we are, and we have not so many years to really make this come true. Now, for those who say it's impossible, you know, the new denial is despair. Pardon me, this is a Tennessee expression. If the first one isn't, the second one is. If denial ain't just a river in Egypt, despair ain't just a tire in the trunk. There are some people who go straight from despair to denial without pausing on the intermediate step of actually solving the problem. Some of the damage has been done and will continue to unfold, but it is nothing compared to what would happen if we do not say all shoulders to the wheel. We are going to change this. And let me tell you, Emma and the work that Lynn and Cindy and Norman and Alan and all of the others involved, and so many of you do, is actually critical.